Hey, good afternoon. We're going to get started with our 1700 planning meeting, and that's for Thursday, October 8th. I'm Rick Luke, Planning Section Chief, Team 5. I'm going to ask you to turn down your cell phones. Any conversations you're having, keep to a minimum or just bring it outside the briefing room. Thank you, Rick. Situation update.
All right, unveil the curtains. Thanks, Ashby. I appreciate that. All right, so situational update for what happened out there today. Just tied in with Alex Dayops out there. He wanted to relay a couple of things. Everything looks really good along the south end of this fire up to Shaver and on around the corner there. So nothing new to report there. Moving into where we still have some red on the map, that's Division Sierra, and then again up here in Division Romeo. We did gain ground again today. We continue to mop up out there, and just given the terrain and given the remoteness of those locations, we will not be able to add any black on the map tonight, but probably will for tomorrow night is the plan. So still heat in there, just a long way to go and to get that work done. Moving up north. Fire was static here in Division Papa today, and we held what we fired. We held all day today, so that's good news all along the 05 road there and into the Sample Meadows 80 road junction right there. That's all looking really good, and we held on to it for the day. Kaiser Pass Road out to the east looks good. No issues, no concerns. The guard station looks good today. Now, the fire has advanced to the point where we're defensive firing currently around the values at risk here at Florence. That's all going well. No issues to report there from Dayops. And this fire is actively chunking to the east, though not with the vigor that it did the other day. Back where we tie the fire back into the 80 road, north of Mono Hot Springs, again, same story there. That firing of about 3.5 miles they did last night looks good. It's all holding, and they have not had any spot fires across the road, so that's good to hear. Vermilion Valley Resort continues to look good. That's all fired all the way around, and they're going to start on the pack station here in about an hour to finish up the defensive firing on that as the daylight starts to go away. This fire out here today was active, but wasn't extremely so. It moved just a hair to the north, and then the South Fork of the San Joaquin River all along in there continues to hold. End of report.
Thank you, Don. Weather.
John Pendergrast, incident meteorologist. Well, I have some good news for the short term is that the ridge that's been in place for the last couple of weeks during this entire team's deployment basically has now disappeared, at least for the time being. The good news with that is the temperature trend is going to stay cooler as we go into the latter part of this week. Most specifically tomorrow, we're looking at highs only in the 70s, even at the lower elevations tomorrow. So that's more typical what we see for this time of year. So playing forward through the forecast as we go into tomorrow, notice that there's a lot of green on the map, which is good. Green is a good color for fire control and for fire, weather on the fire. So lots of green tomorrow with highs in the 70s, 0% rain chance, and minimum humidity forecast representative of the fire area only about 22% at the lowest levels for tomorrow. Now that advertised feature that's coming in off the Pacific is going to work itself in late this week, especially on Friday and into Saturday. We're going to start seeing some leading clouds associated with the system as it comes in by late Friday. And then fully worked itself over us during the day Saturday with cooler temperatures. Notice we only have highs in the 60s late this week, even at the lower elevations. Upper 60s, mid 60s as we get into Friday and Saturday. We had been talking about rain potential. Unfortunately, it looks like there's not going to be any measured rain on the fire for this event, for this episode, but at least it is going to bring some higher humidity and cooler temperatures and some cloud cover. So all good things all things considered, at least for a temporary respite in fire weather for the conditions out there. So that's it for the weather conditions. Have a good day tomorrow.
Thank you, John. Fire behavior.
Good afternoon, Jeff Shelton, Team 5 Fire Behavior. So we're looking at the trends that are going up in humidity, down in temperature, and especially that nighttime recovery, 36, 40, 46, 50 over the next couple days. the fire will remain a fuels-driven fire that is ventilation dependent. There are several areas on the fire, if you wouldn't mind going back to the map, that the kind of dampen down of all the forces that are driving the fuel side. With the humidity coming up, the pig is going down a little bit. With the shading from the sun and the smoke, the lower angle of the sun, our pig is going down. But there are some areas, especially where we're experiencing the growth in here. This is kind of a choke point topographically. So all of the air that's moving up the valley and up the drainage is getting squeezed through this area here and accelerated. When that happens and it goes through that area, it's getting that little extra ventilation that's defeating that extra shading, that little bit higher humidity. I'm thinking that that this is going to be continue to move through here until it gets to more open ground, and just the Venturi effect, it'll slow down when it gets out there into the flats. By that time, our RH should be coming up in the next couple days, and it'll be more favorable to be able to get out in front of it. But until then, we can expect especially in that area, specifically right here, we can expect a moderate to an intense surface fire that will readily climb into the canopy, work its way into the canopy until it doesn't have continuous fuels, and then fall to the ground. Talking to the guys out there and gals out there today, I made it all the way out there, not all the way in because they were still snagging that road. The fire was moving and progressing 24/7 in that area, and that owes to that little bit of extra ventilation that it got. And I don't see that stopping with the RH only recovering to or bottoming out at 20. That's better than single digits, but it's not good enough to really slow it down in any practical way. The other area that we were looking at is this Papa, right off the Papa November break here. This firing, looking at the way the air is flowing through there today, I have high confidence that that will hold. And until we get some measurable rain, these areas that are continuing to stay red is, from a fire behavior standpoint, I believe is a wise move, especially if we have a synoptic change where we would have any kind of a north wind event or anything of that measure. Keeping forces engaged from a fire behavior standpoint, I think, shows a lot of foresight. Any questions?
Thank you, Jeff. Our incident objectives have no changes. Good to go. Thank you. Operational assignments.
Okay, afternoon. Planet Ops trainee John Goss. And here's the plan for the 24 operational period of October 8th through the 9th. So you notice that we were able to separate Division Mike in November. Yesterday they were combined. Today we've got enough, or for tomorrow we'll have enough overhead to separate those two divisions. So in Division Mike, looking to complete the defensive firing of the private structures identified around the High Sierra Pack Station. And also we're going to have a group scouting some indirect hand line using some trail systems around the Devil's Bathtub area. Which I think Don's got the pointer there. Yeah, so a couple of trail systems looking for some indirect opportunities as we head north and northeast there. As far as the needs in this particular division, looking for 2 Type 2IA crews, a strike team of engines, just because we're back. We've got more values at risk that need to be protected, so we're looking for some more rolling stock, and some felling bosses and some falling modules. And this is the group that will be up at the Vermilion Spike, so you will notice that on the reporting location on the IAPs there. Okay, Division November. Looking to execute and finish up the defensive firing plan for the Florence Lake area. Also looking to start and complete the structured defense plan for the Blaney Meadows and Muir Trail Ranch area. And the map today shows where we're talking about as far as Muir Trail Ranch and Blaney Meadows there. Kinda. Oh, okay. Okay, so just to the east of Florence Lake, you'll see a set of structures there. It's about 2 or 3 mile trip out there, and we've been using some UTVs there, but working on some other modes of transportation to get us out there. So there's a group of about 40 structures, and they definitely need some vegetation work in that particular area. and some other stuff that's going to help that small group of structures there. November is also holding the 80 road there on either side of the slop over, and then also looking for some indirect options east of the 80 and south of the 80 Kaiser Pass Road there. As far as needs there, we got one hotshot crews on the needs list there. The good news is we got 2 hotshot crews in today that were fresh to replace those crews, IHC crews that are timing out, but we're still going to probably have one outstanding order for a Type 1 crew. Also looking for a couple Type 3 engines in this particular division and some falling modules. Okay, over in Division Papa, combination of work assignments for tomorrow, still having that presence in the Huntington Lake area, that tactical patrol. The prep work, for the most part, is finished on the Kaiser Pass Road from the junction of Stump Springs back up to Kaiser Summit, and then back down towards Huntington Lake proper, and looking also to complete that line of indirect hand line there from Kaiser Pass Summit towards the Potter Pass Trail system there. Okay, needs in this particular division, we're just looking for a couple of Type 3 engines in Papa. Okay, Division Romeo. The Romeo is this division that we've got just the last remaining couple little spots of line that we need to turn black there. So still looking for anything that we need to do to contain that fire's edge there. The emphasis, kind of focus point, will be just south of DP 27. That's where all the individual spots were, and that's also where just a jing-jang of dozer line out there that's proven to be difficult to extinguish. Looking for 4 Type 2IA crews in Division Romeo. Okay, still have a night division, NPR. NPR, in this particular division, work assignments execute defensive firing as needed to defend those values at risk, and then secure fire's edge around identified values at risk. Looking for a couple hotshot crews at night. There has been some extended shifts, some swing shifts with those crews, so we're just looking for that specialized skill set on night shift. Okay, moving into branch 25 and 29. So you'll notice on tomorrow's plan that they've combined divisions. So we got the triple effect here. So SUV, which is kind of cool there, and WXZ. Both work assignments are basically the same. They're at the point where they're securing that fire's edge to prevent any further fire spread there. Still pulling equipment off the hill, still finding hose, amazingly enough. But both those divisions are gainfully employed in that mop-up and getting the stuff back into camp. No needs on these 2 divisions. Then our suppression repair group, fully engaged as well. Work assignments, they're still in the same area, right around the Shaver Lake area. Still out on Stump Springs Road, keeping that road system open. And you could just see the amazing amount of equipment. It's just worth throwing it out there. So he's got 8 dozers, 12 water tenders, 7 excavators, 5 masticators, 4 skidders, 2 graders, and a feller buncher, well as 5 task force leaders, a strike team of equipment, 11 heavy equipment bosses, a felling boss, and 4 falling modules. So again, lots of stuff going on as far as a suppression repair. And believe it or not, they've got some additional needs for some more heavy equipment and some more overhead. And those are captured on the 215. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you, John. Air operations.
Good afternoon, Ray Ucha with Air Operations. So this morning, the smoke didn't really allow us to do much. We did send the air attack up. He took a loop or 2 and no go on anything. In the afternoon, it has cleared a little bit. We did manage to send out one of the lights to go do a recon, and we are relocating one of the ships from Auburn to Mariposa, so we're able to sneak through that. So for tomorrow, we will continue to have 6 aircraft out of Auburn, 1 air attack, 1 Elco, and we're starting to rotate some of the folks on the exclusive use modules, and we're also putting some replacements for other needs in the helibase. End of my report.
Thank you, Ray. Safety.
Hey, good evening. Brian Savage, Team 5 Safety. We support the plan that Operations has developed and presented today for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to have 6 safeties working. 5 of them will be on day shift, with 2 of them being trainees, and I'm going to have 1 fully qualified working night shift. No significant events today as far as the safety shop or activities or anything we investigated today. It was a quiet day, and that's all I have. Any questions? Thanks.
Thank you, Brian. Communications.
Hello, Ken Earl, Communications. Just to advise the incoming team, when you change your batteries in the morning, make sure that they're good. We've had about 20% of the batteries are not good. So what we've been doing is looking at the bottom of the clear cases, making sure that there's no white, chemical residue on the bottom. If there is, we're just chucking that whole package. So make sure that you check your batteries before you put them in the radio. We switched the hub of the repeater system yesterday, and it's giving stronger signal now across the system, especially into the China Peak area, although the China Peak repeater still has a bit of a difficult time getting in there. It's about an 8 of 10. So it's going to give you good, decent comm inside there. You'll get done what you need to get done. The system can be relied upon. Today we had an antenna issue at the White Bark location, and that's been taken care of, so the system is now robust again, and that's all I have. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Ken. Medical.
Afternoon, Jeff Carlin Medical. So preparing for transition, just to reiterate, we got Frontline Medical up at China Peak. We have 2 incident ambulances assigned to our incident. We have a paramedic up at Vermilion Spike Camp to help assist, and then we're also moving one of those ambulances out to Spike. We have 7 EMT or / paramedics out on the line during the day and 1 during the night. And that, any questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. It's that time of evening and time of day. I'm looking for plant support. Logistics. Thank you. Finance. Thank you. Read, support the plan. Information. Agency. Thank you. And liaison. Support the plan. Thank you. And agency comments. Closing comments. Dean Gould.
All right, good evening. I just want to say 2 quick things. First, night shift has really been rocking it. You're doing a fantastic job, really making a difference out there in those divisions. The structure protection, the burning operations, really been making a big difference. So thank you very much for contributing to the overall the fight out here. Couldn't be doing it without you, so thank you very much for that. Second, as far as the incident goes, you're well aware of the hazards. Night just adds one more bit of complexity to it all. So definitely be very deliberate. Please, you've done a fantastic job up to this point. I just ask you to stay the course with that. No hurrying, no rushing. Just be very, very measured, very deliberate in your approach to what you're doing out there, and have a safe shift.
Thank you. Our closing comments. Incident Commander Rick Young.
So just a couple of things real quick. Support the plan. We did have our in-brief / transition meeting about 2 hours ago. So we will not be having a meeting tomorrow at 10 a.m. That being said, we are still in command until 0600 on Friday morning. And like I said yesterday, I don't want you to take your foot off the gas. We're going to drive to the finish line. So just make sure you're reaching out to your counterparts. If you're not hearing from them for a while, reach out and bug them. Make sure they're getting what they need from us. And be safe. Thanks.
All right, thank you. As usual, IAP parts are due at 1900 hours. The next ops briefing, our last one for Team 5, 0700 this morning. And that's it. Have a great evening. Bye.